The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Kaufman Outdoors and The Porch in Wildwood.
All right, let's do this. Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome into the show. I am your host, as you just heard Zach say, Monica Adams. If you're new to our show, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., we wake you up to positivity, and that's something that we want to spread all over the world. So here in St. Louis, Missouri, it's where my broadcast background is, but I'd love for you to take us on vacation, tell us your family and friends. Hey, wake up to something that actually serves you in the morning. As you heard, Kaufman Outdoors and The Porch in Wildwood, we are proud to have them on as our title sponsors. You hear much more about them throughout the show. And then we also have all these other incredible sponsors that I want you to look at the bottom of your screen, and please do us a favor, support those that support us. It just keeps growing and growing, and we're super proud to have just added in the month of August, Dr. James Clarkson from Heritage Hand Surgery in Michigan and R.A. Ginner Plumbing. So if you need plumbing work, you now know who you can go to. We've got a great show on tap for you today. It's Friendship Friday. You love when Dot Fleshman comes on, and we're talking real estate as well. How about a would you rather? All right, we're going to have fun with you today as we take you into the weekend. And what is that weekend going to look like as you're making plans? Is it going to be rainy? Boy, it has been the last couple of days. I was in the closet yesterday with the dog on the show. Is it going to be sticky and humid? I'm not going to give you the forecast. We're going to leave that to our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore, in a segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening and welcome into this new More Weather Forecast video. My name is Beck Moore.
Segment brought to you by our friends over at Fenton Family Dentistry. In fact, Dr. Jessica is coming in on Monday with Abram Whitehead from Fenton Family Dentistry. They are very big on Invisalign. They are a diamond provider, by the way, and both Beckett and I have been there, and we've had the pleasure of meeting Augie. Augie actually jumped on my lap. They said, is that okay? I'm like, oh my God, yes, you want to put a dog on my lap while I get my teeth clean? Of course. Fenton Family Dentistry can be your dentist as well. We have so many of you that have said, oh, I think I'd like to go. I need a dentist. Well, there you go. Fenton Family Dentistry, once again, located, of course, in Fenton. They're on Old Smizer Mill Road. Check them out at fentonfamilydentistry.com. All right. Good morning, Beckett. How are you this morning?
How are you doing?
Very good. Now, look, we've got sunshine. I asked him, what kind of background? I like the fact that you're saying sunshine. I don't think I like the fact that I saw over the next couple of days it's going to get hotter and hotter. Is it not?
Yeah, as we head towards early next week, those high temperatures definitely going to be climbing.
One of the things I know you're going to be adding very soon is a bus stop forecast because the kids are going back. Do you have any friends that you know that have gone back already?
Not yet. I don't think so, but maybe I think this week is the first week that I think some schools probably start to go back.
Absolutely. I have a friend in Hawaii and Colorado. They said that their kids were starting, I think, just this past week, maybe yesterday. So it's that time, folks. In fact, this weekend, Beckett, any last-minute shopping you need to do, it's the weekend for you saving sales tax, the Missouri sales tax weekend. So that's for all of you. You don't have to have kids in school, but if you want to do some shopping, who doesn't? You get a little break. All right. You have, what, about 5, 6, 7 days left?
Yeah, about a week, about a little over a week till my first day, so not too much time.
All right. Well, enjoy your final days. Let's see what it's going to look like for you and all the kiddos until they go back to school.
Yeah, so looking at the current conditions out there this morning, partly sunny skies. We do have a couple spotty showers out there right now, but overall it's pretty much a mix of clouds and sunshine right now. Again, temperature around 70, dew point at 68, so it's a little muggy out there, but not too terrible. 3-mile-per-hour winds, so pretty calm. And our sunset tonight around 8. As we head into this afternoon, 88 degrees as our high, keeping with those sunny skies and decreasing clouds throughout the day. So we're not expected to seeing mostly cloudy or a mix of clouds and sunshine. As we head into this afternoon, those clouds will likely get out of here and give way to mostly sunny skies. Low of 72 tonight as we head into tomorrow, high of 89 and sunny. 92 on Sunday, mostly sunny skies. So very nice weekend shaping up for us. It does get a little hot, like I mentioned, those high temperatures climbing up to around 95 degrees by Monday. So that's our hottest day as we head into the work week, 92 degrees by Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, that's when we do see our next rain chance after this little bit of a dry spell. But overall, looking like a pretty good forecast here, especially for the weekend.
94 though. Yeah. That's okay. Those are pool days. We still have the pools open. Yeah. So, okay. So for the last few days before you go back to school, what are your plans?
I'll probably get ready, maybe buy some school supplies and go golfing. Just enjoy the last days of summer.
Absolutely. Get yourself some golf shoes.
Yes.
All right, Becca, well, have a beautiful weekend and we'll talk to you on Monday.
You too. See you then.
Okay, folks, that is Beckett Moore with your forecast, kicking things off this morning. And then, as I mentioned, we have Dot Fleshman. She is on with us once a month on the first Friday of every month. We're going to talk about Friendship Friday. We're going to do a little real estate talk. She's actually lined up some really fun things for us today as we do a little Would You Rather. And if you've been on the show before, when she's been on, you know how we do that. We're going to break that down for you. And we're just going to talk a little bit. I'm going to bring her on actually early. We're going to talk a little bit about some news you can use, but instead of just me doing it, I thought I would bounce it off of Dot and bounce it off of all of you so you can be interactive as well. So let's bring her on. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning, Monica. Happy August.
Happy Dot Day. As all of you like to say, oh, it's Happy Dot Day. Yes, Dot comes on with us, as I mentioned, and we do a little mixture. So we're going to do real estate in the beginning. We're going to do a little friendship talk as well. And can we just thank your beautiful daughter for putting this together for us? Athena, shout out to you. She's a sweetheart, isn't she? Yeah, you love her. Okay, and so we're going to talk about a lot of things, as you can see, a little Would You Rather, what's coming up next month as well. We'll break that down for you. But the blueprints, we've got some closures, we have rates that are going back up, and then we're going to have a little fun with you today as well. I'm going to start with this, though. Let's go back 14 years, Dot. Look at those babies.
Oh! Wow, right?
So, folks, we've known each other for a long time and incredible friends. And so, yes, I just had to put that up there. And happy belated anniversary to you. I love looking through your wedding pictures. I didn't get those all lined up, but there's some of those I had never seen before.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a great, it was a great anniversary celebration, and we have known each other for about 19, almost 20 years.
I know. Well, yeah, so 19 and a half, because you hired me to personal train you to get this gorgeous back. And
That's
so
right.
I was looking through your pictures and I saw the caption say, hey, Monica. And I'm like, oh,
I
hey.
know. I couldn't figure out how to do the @ It wouldn't let me add you in. I was trying to connect you to that picture. As soon as I saw it, I was like, Monica.
Here it is. This is what we did. Dot didn't like me at certain times during some of those sessions.
Right. It was grueling.
I would take her up to the, it's called the cable crossover machine where we do pull-ups. And she's like, what are you doing? And I said, we were going to do a pull-up. Oh, no, we're not. And I would take the step and have her use the step to get up, and then I'd kick the step out of the way.
Yeah, you were tricky. You're like, oh, just step right here on the step. And I'm thinking, well, for a step, I can do that. And then when you kicked it away, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, we've had some really good time. Well, happy 19th anniversary, and shout out to Ronnie. We love him to death, and the four of us got to get together very soon. So, a long-standing friendship for sure, and you'll feel that in some of the things that we do in these Friendship Fridays. So, welcome aboard, everybody. So, let me ask this though before we get into news. So, have you been following along with this whole cyclospora, outbreak that they've seen in several states?
I have not.
Okay, well, it moved into Missouri. They didn't have us on the outbreak map, but that's one thing that we've all been dealing with. And so people that have had like some stomach issues, I'm not going to go into the way they were first describing it because we're eating breakfast, but you all probably have been following that. Now I just saw that evidently Candida auris or something like that they're saying that is, hold on, let me pause this guy. Yeah, so there is a Candida fungus, a superbug fungus that's now spreading to half of the United States. Are you concerned about that? Because, people hear of things that start to do a breakout, and then they say, now what are we going to be faced against? I think ever since COVID, anytime we hear something that's the unknown, it's like, okay, wait a minute. So are you scared just by me giving you that headline?
I mean, no. I mean,
okay, that's good, because that's what a lot of people are asking when they hear of something. Like, again, I was talking to Jim the other day, and he said, this outbreak to iceberg lettuce is not over with yet. He's like, they have found the problem, Why isn't it? So that's the thing, that's the cyclosporasis. That's going in multiple states, and it's in Missouri, it's in Illinois. Now we're talking, and let me ask all of you, if I say this, there's a superbug fungus that's spreading to half of the United States. Are you concerned? So here's what it is. It's a new drug-resistant superbug fungus that has spread already to 26 states. According to the CDC, more than 3,000 cases of Candida auris, also known as C. auris, have been reported in the United States this year. So it's a type of yeast that can cause serious or life-threatening illness, and it spreads among very sick patients, predominantly found in nursing homes, hospitals, other healthcare facilities. So who's at risk? Those with severe underlying medical conditions, patients with complicated medical care, those with invasive medical devices, so we're talking like breathing tubes, feeding tubes, catheters, also any underlying medical conditions. You are at risk for this, and it continues to spread. It is through those infected by the fungus, even if they're not showing any symptoms. So I looked at the states affected, and Missouri's not on the list, but Illinois is. So as you know, it starts in other states and it gets brought in. So I'm a little worried about those. And we know we talk a lot about Garden View Care Centers, and we love them so much, but they would want to know about this. Anybody that has someone who has some kind of an underlying medical condition, those of us that have elderly parents, that's where I would be concerned.
So, Monica, it went from lettuce to all of a sudden full-blown other issues?
Well, this is a second issue. So we've got the cyclosporasis thing that's going on. Now we got a superbug. This is a separate fungus. Yes. So my question is to all of you, and this is kind of how I'd like to do our news you can use moving forward, that I bounce it off my guests, because I want to know from you, and then I want to know from all of you that are watching as well. Are you concerned about this? As I mentioned, it's not in Missouri. However, nor was cyclospora. Missouri wasn't originally on the list. We are now on the list. The last I looked, which was a few days ago, we had at least 600 cases already in Missouri. So even though I'm not saying that Missouri's on this particular superbug list right now, it is in our neighboring states, which then of course means it comes into our area. So I just want you to give a heads up on all of that. That is something I think is very important that you all know about. And then as I look at others, are you a fan, I think you are, of watching Kansas City Chiefs football?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, they've gone back and forth as to whether or not it would be Arrowhead Stadium or would not be Arrowhead Stadium. Arrowhead Stadium is back. The home of the Chiefs will no longer be GEHA, Gay Field. So good. It needs to be Arrowhead Stadium.
Okay.
Right? And then here's another one. Do you like spicy food?
I do.
Okay. The other is there's a salmonella outbreak now that's linked to jalapenos.
Ah, I heard that.
What?
I heard that, yeah.
Oh, you did? Yeah. So jalapenos, and it expands to more states and restaurant chains now. And then the FDA is approving a first mRNA-based flu vaccine. Now, that was the big controversy of people saying, nope, I don't want to do vaccines. When it comes into flu season, do you get a flu shot?
I do not.
Nor do I. What about all of you folks? And again, feel free to say it. Say yes. This is where we sometimes split, and it's okay. We can't all agree on things. I just always feel if I get the vaccine, I'm going to get the flu. Because it's happened to me.
Because it has happened to me in the past, where when I did get it, and it was terrible. It was actually a whole terrible season. The entire season I was unwell, so I never did it again.
Exactly. And again, who knows what, I don't know. You're just around enough people that are sick, and hopefully you've built up an immune system and it doesn't happen to you. But yeah, I don't trust vaccines. That's the problem. And then I go into the vet and they say, oh, your dog is ready for all these vaccines. And I'm like, do the dogs need the vaccines? It's so much research. Do you get all the vaccines for your dogs?
I do.
See?
I do.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
That is a controversial issue. And one of the things that a friend of mine and I just had a conversation about was holistic healing for our pets. Mm-hmm. And, it's like I live under the holistic world. It's like I'm not anti-Western medicine.
No, not at all.
But I would definitely love to. And, like I get acupuncture, and they said there is a place here locally that does acupuncture for dogs.
Oh, absolutely. Haven't you heard me talk about that story in the past?
I'm not sure, but
you remember Kira? You remember
Yeah.
my dog Kira? Okay, so Kira had very bad seizures when she was extremely young. So maybe 1 or 2 years old. She had a few seizures, and then someone said, Monica, you can take your dog and have your dog have acupuncture, and that will help the seizures. And I wanted to go that route instead of normally when a dog has seizures, they put them on phenobarbital. And I knew that altered their personality. And I said, well, I don't want her to be like a zombie. And so I went to a vet that used to incorporate it in his practice that was in the right off of Hampton in South City. And then I found an Eastern medicine physician, and I said, I had him on my Camo X show years ago, and he wrote a book about what is acupuncture. And then I said, would you ever take dogs? And he goes, oh, I do. And I said, you do? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I haven't marketed it. He said, I'd rather work on animals than people any day. So I took him in the very first time, Kira's looking at him like, what is all this? And then he put him in, and normally people had set a timer, and then they started to take the needles, or they're called wires, out. And he said, never. He says not, well, this is according to him again. This is a physician, an Eastern medicine physician years ago. He said, if you go to somebody that gives you acupuncture and then they set a timer and they take them out, he said, don't go to them again. And I said, why? And he said, because they're not done. You don't take them out until they're done. So he would come back to me and to Kira, and several times he would check and he's like, nope, they're not done yet. So he could feel the pull saying that it was still working. He said, when they're done, they literally just fall right out. So I said, you are going to allow people to, be in your office for 45 minutes or an hour? And he said, yes. That's unheard of. As you know now, it's like you're rushed in and out in 10 minutes. So those days may be gone. I hope not. But if you can find someone like that, Jim bought me a gift certificate for acupuncture in a place like Richmond Heights area. I love acupuncture. I know you do as well.
Yep, I do. I
So,
do.
yeah,
I
look
love
into
Dr. Chris. And I go to see her, and she's down off of Delmar, and I'm in there until, like you said, as long as I've never been in and out in 10 minutes.
Good. So she doesn't set a timer. Is that right? Correct. So they have the background, and I think it's just brilliant when people think about, well, I've never thought about holistic or homeopathic or Eastern Eastern and Western together, right? It's the blend together. Yes, I think it's fascinating. So yeah, they gave her acupuncture and Chinese herbs, and she never had a seizure again. So folks, it's just something, I know, it's something for you to think about. Let's see. I have enough to worry about, and they're not worried for me, but others. By the way, it was great meeting Dot. She was as sweet as she is beautiful. That's from Rose. You guys are now
Rose, good morning. I was so happy to meet Rose.
Yes, they met at the porch, by the way. You'll hear about the porch in Wildwood. Oh, Stephanie just said pretty flowers, Dot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Her background.
So
She's always thinking of her background. Linda said, must be the storms here. Tell Dot good morning. I will listen later. Oh, she must be having a problem. Karen, you have a bad connection. No freezing. Oh, Linda said you're freezing. So it must be your area out. She's way out south. Yeah, we were talking about the things at the beginning of the news. Ugh, what's next? Okay, Stephanie said she is concerned. That's why I throw it out to you. Michelle said happy anniversary. Love you guys.
Michelle.
19th anniversary. Not taking flu shot. No way. mRNA. Yep. And Rose says me either. Yes, jalapenos, lettuce issues. I know. What's next? It's funny because, Dot, I talk to people and they're like, everything you're talking about the way is healthy, so I'll just keep eating my fried food.
Right.
It burns it off.
Right. Are there any issues with ice cream? Okay, fine.
Exactly. Then I'm going to get frustrated. Cardinals, by the way, are in action against the Colorado Rockies. They are actually here back in St. Louis. 7:15 game. Okay, are you ready? It's National Raspberries and Cream Day. Do you like that combination?
Yes, love
Okay.
that.
National Lighthouse Day. Oh, I love this. It's Purple Heart Day. So thank all that have served. National Water Balloon Day. Oh, we can throw water balloons at each other. It is National Sea Serpent Day as well. And if you haven't heard, it's ongoing weeks. International Clown Week. Simplify your life, which we all need a little bit more of. Stop on red, folks. Don't go flying through a red light. Back to School Month. By the way, love on your dogs a little bit more, Dot. It's National Dog Month, if you haven't heard.
Yay.
National Wellness Month. And then today, global observances. Ready? International Beer Day. It's a reason for all of you to grab a beer. And then we were talking about World Breastfeeding Week just a couple of days ago as well. Are you a beer fan? I don't think I've seen you drink a beer. No, me either. It makes you feel too heavy, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's the hops or whatever is in the beer that bloats you.
It's all the grains. It's a lot of carbohydrates. That's my issue with it. All right, that's how we're kicking off the beginning of the show. Now we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's see how Dot's been doing. Has she been slacking or has she been busy? We'll talk some real estate talk and a little Friendship Friday. Don't go anywhere.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the in spa.
Yes, they do. When are you coming over to get in the hot tub, Dot?
Monica, I was just going to say, I'm looking forward to coming over and hanging out in the hot tub. And I didn't know that they'd had dry saunas there as well. I would love to have a dry sauna.
Well, I can hook you up. I know the owner. Yes, they have. Right. Actually, they call him the Sweaty Goat. So it's after Michael Phelps, known as the greatest of all time, the goat. So Sweaty Goat is the sauna. The Chilly Goat is the cold plunge. So a lot of people like to get both, and they do a little contrast therapy together. Have you ever been in a cold plunge?
I have in Las Vegas, actually.
Really? Yes. What'd you think?
I mean, I love it. You do both. You get into the hot, you get into the warm, and then you get into the cold.
So the cold one, I mean, I don't know what temperature that you got into, but you really have to regulate your breathing when you're getting in that. But it's great for inflammation and so many levels of trauma, right, and injuries. So yes, so the Sweaty, the Chilly Goat, the swim spas, and then the hot tub that we got. So yes, cannot wait to have you over. Jim's been in the hot tub more than he has in the pool. He's like, oh, okay, I'm enjoying this.
Right?
All right, my friend. Good. So if you are all new to our segments together, Dot Fleshman is with Coldwell Banker Realty Gundaker, and you can find her at dotfleshman.com. Otherwise, make sure you have these phone numbers and email addresses written down so that when it is time for you to buy, sell, you or your friends or family that you work with, Fleshman at cbrealty.com, and then 314-324-3317. So every time we have you on, there are more selling, more I've sold. You've had a busy month, like we say every month. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So
it has been a busy season.
It has, and hopefully it doesn't slow down for you anytime soon. So you had 3 sold this month?
We did. We went under contract. So this wonderful couple was referred to me by another agent, actually. And it took us a little bit to find the right house, but when the right one came, it was perfect.
And that was in Wentzville?
That was in Wentzville, yes.
And then this one on Midland Boulevard?
This one is, so the gentleman right behind me in the blue shirt, Al, were cousins, and this is his entire family. And when their parents passed away, they had to sell the mom's house, and every one of his siblings were on the deed. So not only did every sibling have to sign, but so did their spouse. It takes one to buy, it takes 2 to sell. So each one of them had to sign. So anytime you had to have like an amendment signed or an additional signature, they all had to sign. So this was my first huge group of signing documents.
People like to challenge you, Dot. Okay, then you went back to my old stomping grounds, this one in Florissant.
Down in Florissant. Monica, I didn't know that you came from Florissant.
You didn't? Come on, you've been friends with me for 19 and a half years.
Oh.
I grew up in Florissant. Yep.
I know it was somewhere, but I didn't know it was Florissant. I really thought it was out west.
No. I grew up in Florissant. I went to Sacred Heart and St. Thomas Aquinas High School.
And so that was my friend. She and I actually hired her at the Four Seasons like 16 years ago, and we've stayed friends for quite a while. And then one day she called me and she's like, "Dot, I got to get out of my house. I need you to help me find a new house." And here we are.
You know what? She looks familiar. What did she do at the Four Seasons?
She's a massage therapist.
Yes, she looks familiar to me. How fun.
She's a massage therapist. You've been there, so you probably saw her.
Absolutely. And see, when you make that circle of friends, it always stays with you. And then you go and you support each other. I love that. So, yes, Rose said, I'm sure Dot has been busy. She was getting approached at the porch for her real estate services. Yes, yes, she was. So 3 closed. Congratulations. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the show that the rates were creeping back up. Is they're past 6% now?
They are. They are. They're probably at about like, and again, we say to contact your lender because it depends. It depends on your, your background. It depends on your credit, all of that. But it's right at about mid 6s right now. So I mean, we're not back up in the 7s or anything like that. And of course, if you wanted to buy down your rate, you could do that as well, just to get your rate down, depending on what you're looking for. How much you were planning to put down on your home, et cetera. But we are getting there. We're all just praying that this war will end soon.
Yep. Yeah, yes, we feel the effects on so many levels for sure. When you guys got your house, do you remember what was your rate at that time?
3.
Yeah, ours too. I was like, oh, let's just stay here. So Dot the other day, probably about a week or so ago, she sent me a text and she said, would you guys need a basement, or are you okay with a slab, or what are you looking for? And what was my response back to you?
Basement.
I said a basement, but I also said, I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
I thought we were. I mean, I was like looking like, oh, what about this? What about this? I'm looking at all these listings. We get the hot tub and suddenly everything changed. And I started to envision, I just want to keep growing this oasis out here. I love it. And like you said, all that matters is that you love being in your home. That's how you should feel. And when you're not, then it's time to call Dot.
Right. And you know what? There are times where sometimes people start thinking about moving, and then they start realizing that, if I can't find the place I want, can I adjust what I have? In my case, we don't have much of a yard. So if we want more yard, that's never going to change, but can you change, the inside of your home, and such. So, people make all kinds of decisions.
Yes, and then that's when you reach out to our dear friend at the porch and say, can you just beautify my space until it's time for me to go, right? And just start changing things up from a design standpoint. So I want to do that. I just want to freshen things up as I'm getting ready to, in my mind, start getting ready for fall, even though I still want to hang on to summer a little bit. I think, is fall your favorite season also?
Fall is my favorite, yes.
Yep,
it is. And probably right around September, I start to everything is fall, from the outside to the inside. I bring all my fall flowers, my fall items in, and I do love it. And I keep fall up until I switch over to Christmas, because, you go from September fall to where you got your October fall, and then you got your November kind of fall. So it kind of lasts quite a while.
So what about all of you? Let's ask that right now, because today is going to be very interactive. After we wrap up our real estate talk, we're going to get into you all interacting with us. But let me ask that. Spring, summer, or fall or winter? What's your favorite season? For us, we just said fall. I would love to know by the end of the show what ends up winning. I'm hoping it's fall. I think we have a lot of fall fans. So, okay, so 3 closures, the rates going back up again, possibly past 6%. Let's talk about this foreclosure case, okay?
Right.
I think it's one of the craziest things I've ever heard of. Probably for you as well, right?
Correct. So, are you putting anything up?
Yep.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So I sent this to Dot the other day and then said, hey, you want to talk about this? And she's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you all have seen this. This is in Nunn, Colorado. So Dot, it's a Zillow listing for a home that is drawing attention online from all over, because it's disclosing that the property has an occupant and that removing her is the buyer's responsibility. What? Have you ever heard anything like this?
So, I can say I have not. However, there's all kinds of crazy out there. And right now, what happens is you have this Zillow property, this McMecken, she is basically, so here's what happens. She and her husband, and this is very good to talk about, hopefully everyone who is married has their both names on titles, etc. But this woman was married, and for some reason, her name was not on title.
Right.
Okay?
Well, they were married, but unfortunately, she lost her husband.
Yeah, he's deceased. He passed away.
And evidently, so from what that story talked about, there was some big political strife. So this garnered a ton of attention, and I think there's a lot of animosity from a political standpoint in the area.
Well, okay, so that makes it even worse.
Yes.
But on one hand, here you have your spouse and you're married, and then all of a sudden your spouse passes away, and that's already hard to deal with already. And now you have to deal with the fact that you are being told that you can't continue to pay on the mortgage because it was under his name and your name's not on it.
Right.
So now what do you do? And she's like, but this is my house. I've raised all my kids here. I've lived here for all these years. This is my house and I want to pay. She's going to the bank. She's saying, I want to pay.
Yep.
I want to give you money. And for some reason, I think because of that whole political stance, perhaps that is a reason that maybe they're not working with her. I don't know all those details, but she basically said in the end that she has no idea. She has no intentions of moving out. Now, on Zillow, it said on there, Maris, if you want to buy this house, there's no inspections. Do not bother the tenant, and you're buying it outright. And you, whoever buys it, is responsible for removing the tenant.
Yeah, she said. She has successfully appealed the foreclosure in court on multiple occasions. However, she recently lost a Court of Appeals decision after which the listing went up. And she's like, I don't know what else you do. I've had 3 attorneys. They could not even get it straightened out. So what do you do? What do you do? What if this was something you were working with right now? What would you tell her?
I mean, she's still... I mean, honestly, Monica, I don't know. Like, you have to work with the law and you have to work with your attorneys. But she just said she had 3 attorneys and they couldn't help her out. But now what happens is, I know she says it's going to take a lot to get me out.
Yep.
But I mean, we do have to still follow the
law.
law.
Yep.
The law is in Colorado. She eventually will probably have to go. I don't know how they would get her out, but it's just like right now, if you are a landlord and you have tenants and your tenants refuse to leave, I mean, the way you would get them out is through the court system. It takes about 6 months or longer, and the court systems gets them out. They bring the sheriff over, and the sheriff helps them to get out. And in this case, they may have to do that to get her out. But it's just so sad. This has been her whole life, and her money went into paying for this, and then once her husband passed away,
right?
Because her name was
I think I remember in the video that she said that by this point, the home would have been paid off.
Correct.
Right? If they would have worked with her. Here's the crazy thing. So that listing has no interior photos. It prohibits inspections. It instructs prospective buyers not to disturb her. And she said, if you look at taking out a loan, that in 15 years that home would have been paid off, which would have been 2021 because the actual loan on the house was back in 2006, right? She successfully appealed the foreclosure, but then she said her remaining legal option is a 2024 change to state law that guarantees evicted tenants the right to a jury trial. And that's what she's dealing with now. But I tell you, at the end of that video, Dot, my heart sank for her because she's dealing with, and you could see in the video, she kept tearing up, the loss of her husband and then the political strife of it all. And who knows if she's ever actually been able to just mourn her husband's loss because she went deep into all of this. Like, wait a minute, this wasn't done properly. Now I have to deal with this. I love it, though. Here's the sweetness of her at the very end. The end of the video, do you remember her saying,
You can move in.
She's like, if they want to move in, I'm actually a really good, if you want me to be, I'm a great tenant or I'm a great roommate if you want me to stick around. I hope the best for her. I hope it doesn't have to land in court and she's got to go into a jury trial. I think that would be crazy. Let's see. Rose said Monica utilizes every room in her house. Monica was in her closet yesterday. Yes, I was with the doggy. And today, I don't know if you all can see it. Do you see what's over my shoulder? Do you see the name or the word that's over my shoulder right there? It says blessed.
Oh.
Blessed.
Oh, and there we go.
And then wine boxes. Yes, bless. I sure do, Rose. So we just thought that was one of the craziest stories. All right. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, again, I want to know from you, what is your favorite season? Is it fall? Is it winter? Is it spring or is it summer? Are you upset that summer is getting ready to end? Let us know that. All right. I mentioned that Rose and Dot were able to meet at the Porch. It's a beautiful place. If you have not been yet, the Porch in Wildwood, 16957 Manchester Road in Wildwood, Missouri. If you haven't been in, take a look. It's beautiful inside out, and then she can come to your house or come to your office because Jan Kaufman is an interior designer. In fact, I reached out to her last night and said, hey, I got a job for you. I'm taking you down. Actually, this one's going to be a really cool job. So I hope to see the transformation and that play out here on the show. Okay, so my guys might be watching going, I don't know if that's a place for me. Yes, it is. They have things for men there as well. If not, why don't you go support her husband? You'll like this. This is Kaufman Outdoors in Sullivan, Missouri. They have the Beta Italian off-road motorcycles, performance parts, X-Mark Bad Boy, and Spartan mowers. You just might see me on an e-bike or a tractor or a lawnmower very, very soon. Maybe I might even get inside and see if they can lift me up in the tractor. Yes, there's some crazy things that I'm going to do. My mind just doesn't shut off. Bad Boy compact tractors. That's when we transition out of summer into fall. That's what people start to look at. But the mowers are still there. Bad Boy, X-Mark, and Spartan. This is not an end of the mowing season just yet, so I would tell you to still get in. They've got some good deals for you. They're located at 141 North Service Road West in Sullivan, Missouri. Give them a call at 573-468-8473. All right. Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. We are talking with Dot Fleshman one more time. If you don't know Dot, reach out to her, dotfleshman.com. Her number is 314-324-3317 or dot.fleshman at cbrealty.com. Okay, let's transition now into a mystery home. And again, feel free to weigh in on any of the things that we are talking about this morning. We love to hear from you as well. Look at this, a mystery home. Tell us about this, Dot.
This is the Winchester Mystery House, and it's considered America's most mysterious home. It's probably the world's most famous strange home.
Why is it so strange?
Well, after the death of her husband, Sarah Winchester, she believed that the house was haunted by the spirits of the people who were killed by Winchester rifles. So this Winchester Rifles Company, I guess she figured all these people who died at the base of that gun, they haunted her. And so and then her husband passed away, and she spent the next 40 years adding on to this house. So it started out smaller and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and she just kept adding on. For 40 years, she just kept adding on and adding on and adding on to this home. And this home today would be worth about $10 to $15 million. But because it wouldn't be listed as just a home, because right now it is actually kind of like a museum. People go and they see it, and it would be worth, the value of it would be worth so much more, just because now, you would include all the other things that go along with it besides just buying a home.
So what are all the different things that she's added on to it over the years?
She just kept adding rooms and rooms and just adding on. So when you see the house, you could just see the different levels that the home kept being added on, whether it was the roof or whether it was, you could just see the vastness of that home. Probably like, I would call them like wings. Like, look at that, like wing 1, wing 2, wing 3. I mean, look at all of those rooftops. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how much. And, apparently, like the door, it features doors that open into thin air, a staircase leading into a ceiling, a secret passage. There's windows inside of rooms. There's over 160 rooms in this house. And she just kept adding on and adding on. And what's interesting is she spent this is in the late 1800s, early 1920s, okay, Monica? And back then, she spent $5 million. And adjusted for inflation, that would be roughly $71 million today. $71 million spending. She just kept adding on and became infatuated and just kept adding. I mean, it's crazy that's why they call it the strangest house. But I would love to go see this home. I would love to walk through that. San Jose, California. Yes. Let's do it.
Of people who have evidently been there. Have you all ever had a chance? I didn't hear about this until Dot. I didn't know about this crazy mystery home. But yes, now I want to do a mobile Monica from outside of there.
It would be fun. And since we're going to be in California anyway, maybe we check out some wine.
Oh, hey, let's just plan it. Absolutely. Okay, wait, we're going to go back to viewers that are weighing in. Okay, Stephanie says spring and fall. Julie said, I love that house. There are stairs that go nowhere. It's crazy.
Right? Right?
That's a little insane. Yes. Okay. Very cool. So if you've not ever seen that, I just, when she was talking, I was just Googling it and we're flipping through some pictures. Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Crazy, crazy. All right. One more time. So as we are now getting into August, are you still crazy busy as we are getting ready to wrap up summer and go into fall?
It slows down a little bit just because people are very focused on back to school and getting things ready, last minute vacations to get, but still a lot in the pot. Still people who are considering, we still have listings, we still have to get these homes listed and ready to go. But, fall is a very busy season for real estate as well.
Absolutely. And the things don't slow down. I mean, don't think you can't buy a home in fall and winter and then heading back into spring. Yeah, right. It may not be as crazy. And I wouldn't want to look at a house traipsing through snow and ice, but you're like the post office. You'll go anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. And I have gone in snow and in ice. And so have my clients. And we have closed on homes in December, before Christmas, after Christmas. I mean, when there's a need and you find the right house, it doesn't matter what season it is. Absolutely.
And you know what? Maybe other people don't want to go to the great lengths of doing that in that. And so you'll end up you'll steal that home away and getting the home of your dreams because other people don't want to go through it. But she'll go through it for you. Again, she's better than the post office. All right, we are going to switch over to our Friendship Friday talk. And you don't want to miss this because we want to do a Would You Rather. And if you haven't done this with us in the past, it's a blast. So don't go anywhere. You guys, are we ready to raise some big money tonight? $25,000. And $25,000 right here.
It's yours for $2,100. Number 12. And that is how it's done.
$75,000. $75,000 that quick.
Monica Adams is smart, disciplined, polished, and extraordinary.
She comes with enthusiasm.
This is what I love. Whenever we are bidding, it is always to see who you get to be involved with.
It is a great time. It is equally entertaining as it is advantageous for fundraising.
Get ready to scream your heads off because this is going to be a lot of fun.
She brings so much energy and so much passion, and she's a delight to have as part of our IWA family.
We're bidding at $1,000 and we'll go from there. $1,500, $15,000, $3,000. Yes, there we go. Yours for $4,500. Sir, if you will also give me $4,500, you can also go. And there's $9,000. There it is! $9,000 right like that.
He is so engaging.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. I just love watching those. It's so much fun, and I cannot believe it's been over 15 years of charities and emceeing and auctioneering. I actually just had somebody reach out to me. I've got a meeting this morning, Dot, to help out. I think it's the Pink Ribbon Project. They've got something at the end of the month. You've had a chance to see me auction off, and I think the most fun for me was when we were at the Four Seasons, and I always remember this story because Dot's like, Monica, you just auctioned off a dog for $7,000. And I'm like,
That was before I even really liked dogs.
that's
I was
very
like,
true. That's very
spending
true.
that kind of money on a dog.
It's crazy. I always do think that when someone gets a dog at an auction, I always want to go, did you come here tonight expecting to bring home a dog? That's just crazy to me. But
I know, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's transition into one of our favorite things that we've done over the time that Dot's been on with us. We do a little Would You Rather. Okay, and the ones that she has lined up for us today, we'll start with this one. All right, Dot, take it away.
Okay, so would you rather spend one night alone in a supposedly haunted house? I mean, a mansion. Just remember, this is you by yourself in a mansion. You walk in there and you've just got to spend the whole night there. Or would you rather spend one night floating along in one small boat, okay, in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight? It's just you and nature, etc. And Monica, which would you do?
Okay, so I love water. I watch movies though sometimes, and then you just see the pitch black and nothing in sight, and someone's just on a little dinghy or they're on a piece of wood, and I'm always like, oh God, that's scary. But I love to be in water, so I'm going to say that one.
I could not do the water.
I didn't think so. So you would do the mansion?
I could not. I would have to do the mansion because I couldn't do the water.
Yeah, you're like, dun, 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 here comes Jaws.
No. No, when we went to Hawaii, Athena and Ronnie and EJ, they all went snorkeling, and I just sat on the beach. I was like, I'll just stay right here on the beach.
Can't snorkel?
Oh, no.
Interesting. So I've gone scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, one of the most amazing things ever. Snorkeling, though, at Hanauma Bay in Hawaii was beautiful. So are you scared of it?
I saw the pictures, and they were gorgeous, and they were fun, and they had a great time. And it was just something about me not being able to breathe. And I'm very claustrophobic, so the whole breathing thing makes me a little nervous to put anything on, to do whatever. So I just, therefore, instead of panicking and making it terrible for everyone else, I'll just like step to the side. So that's why I thought, gosh, I would have to be stuck in the haunted house and, be mean. I would have to be like, come on, I'll kick your butt.
You're like, I got you, ghost. Pow, pow.
Monica taught me how to box. I'm good.
Exactly. Okay, everybody's weighing in. Let's see. Okay, first of all, let's go back. I don't want anybody to be missed. Anne said, good morning, ladies. I would love to see the house. I love spring and fall. I love my house that Dot found for me. Yes, thank you for working with Dot. Okay, Rose says, I love fall. Yes, fires and pumpkins and wearing my hair down finally. Okay, Rose would stay in the mansion like you. Julie says mansion. Colleen says mansion and hide in the closet all night. Stephanie says mansion as well. If you're just tuning in, we're asking you, would you want to be, again, all alone in that mansion that is haunted, or spend a night floating alone on a small boat in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight? Which, by the way, we've seen happen in many movies. Keep your comments coming in. I like that one. Okay, let's move on to the second one.
All right, this is fun. Would you rather have to announce every time you're hungry by singing it like an opera, or every time you hear music playing in public, you have to dance for at least 30 seconds? I mean, that's like anywhere, whether it's a funeral, a grocery store, or the DMV, like somewhere you have to, like, you hear music and you just get up and dance for 30 seconds. Now, I think I know which one you would do. Until
you said a funeral, which I think is disrespectful.
Well, they're just saying anywhere there's music, if you hear music, like, I guess, this would be more like your elevator background music. You would have to kind of like do a little 30-second dance. But
I love to sing. I love to sing and I love to dance. So which one do you think I would pick?
Dance.
Yes, you're right. Which one would you pick?
Well, I mean, I do have a soprano.
I thought that was actually you there on the left.
I would love to eat some pizza.
Oh my Lord, yes. So that's yours? That's your answer? You're going to sing operatic for us?
No, I probably wouldn't. I would probably dance.
Hey, wait a minute.
Do a little boogie somewhere.
We were just talking about the fact that we have known each other for over 19 and a half years. Have you and I ever danced?
Yeah.
We have? Where? At my wedding?
Well, at your wedding, and then I think at the bachelorette party somewhere, we did some little dancing.
Okay, yes. But look,
I
that's
think
15 years or 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 10, almost 11.
Somewhere.
We need to dance.
Maybe at like my son's wedding.
No, remember, I couldn't go to the reception. Oh, at your son's, yes. At Athena's, I had to leave.
Right.
Okay, 3 times though in 19 years, that's not right. We need to go dancing. All right, Stephanie, let's see. I don't have any tea this morning, Rose. I've had nothing. They all think I'm drunk because I have so much energy. Rose said I do dance in public. Stephanie says, oh my, if I hear the Bee Gees music, I would dance. Yes, it's all about dancing. Look, in life, it's the phrase, dance like no one's watching. But they are watching you.
Right. But they are watching.
They're all like, what are you doing? It's infectious though, just all of a sudden dancing. Okay, here's the last one.
I know. So would you rather, so accidentally send your best friend a screenshot of a conversation where you were venting about them, or have your best friend read your last 50 text messages out loud to a room full of people?
Oh, that might be the hardest one to answer. Okay, we're going to go through this one more time. Would you rather, first one, accidentally send your best friend a screenshot of a conversation where you were venting about them, or have your best friend read the last 50 text messages out loud to a room full of people? I would say the second, and hope that my last 50 were good.
Correct. I literally think that you could read 100 of my texts. It doesn't matter because I don't have anything negative in text. If it's negative, it's verbally said.
Yeah, right. And
not writing.
And hopefully I wasn't venting about my friends. And if I did, I wouldn't be putting it down. I would actually call you or say, hey, we need to talk, right? We shouldn't be talking about our friends. And if it's my best friend, I really should be happy with you. My buffalo.
But how many times, I mean, everyone has had this mistake where you're texting someone and you're thinking you're texting one person,
Yes.
but all of a sudden it goes to someone else. And your panic is, oh my gosh, did I say anything crazy? Oops. And now you can retrieve a text within like seconds, I think.
Seconds. It has to be within seconds, though. Okay,
Right.
Can we just bring this up? Is it this one? Nope, it is this one. Here it is. We're going to just say this. Jim sent a text on July 28th to me and Dot that said, sweetheart, do you plan on heading home before your 12 o'clock? And then it said, sorry, Dot, you don't have to head home if you're busy. Monica should, though, hopefully. And then you said, oh my God, how did I miss this? Thank you, honey, Jim. Clearly I didn't make it there before noon.
Oh, right. Right? It's like, because on the previous text, we were all on it together. So instead of taking me off, he responded to that one.
Yeah, and it's a shame that you didn't see it right as it was happening, because you'd be like,
I was on the road.
Sweetheart.
I was on the road. When I got back in my car, I saw that. I started laughing. I'm like, Jimbo.
Exactly. Yes, we are very, very, very close friends, and he now calls Dot sweetheart. Hey, can you help Monica out and go take care of the dogs, sweetheart?
Yeah, hey, Monica, your husband needs you to go take care of the dogs.
Rose said, screenshot to my bestie. Okay, I tell her anything negative about her to her face. Stephanie says the verdict is out on I plead the fifth. No, you got to answer. You got to pick one. My former pastor accidentally texted me instead of his wife. Okay. I don't know if I've ever told it on the air before, and I don't know if you've heard it before. Keep the comments coming in. Would you rather? And you can answer any of those, by the way, any of those would you rathers, if you want to go back to 1, 2, or 3. Dot, did I ever tell you when I was throwing the 25th anniversary party for my brother and sister-in-law? I was emailing, so it wasn't a text. I was emailing the gentleman at the time. He was one of the very first that brought in gluten-free pizza. And you know my brother has celiac and has for over 25 years. And so it was always disheartening that he couldn't go to restaurants with us. He didn't feel like putting people out. And all of a sudden, I found this place, and now there's a ton, but I found the place that had a gluten-free pizza. I was so excited. And I'm like, yes, let's have those for him. We've got all the other food coming in. We've got everything planned out. I wrote the guy back and I said, I just cannot begin to tell you how happy I am that you're going to be able to take care of him. I am so thrilled that you have a pizza for someone with celiac disease. Okay? That's what I thought I wrote.
Oh.
it corrected it. And it said, I'm so glad you have a pizza for someone with celibacy disease.
Oh my God.
He said, Monica, I've never actually laughed out loud before. He said, I was laughing so hard that I had to write back to you because you probably didn't know that it said this. And he goes, I'm sorry. I don't have a pizza for something like that. And I go, and you know my brother and my sister-in-law, clearly they don't have celibacy. Right. That's the better part of it all.
Right. Oh my gosh, right? So that just did this whole autocorrect is crazy. This is how you became my Buffalo friend. It's like I texted you as my BFF, and then I moved on past my text. And then all of a sudden you called and you were like, I'm your Buffalo? It auto-corrected it.
For those of you that never understand why we call each other Buffalo, that's why, because I was like, I'm a Buffalo.
So years later, 15 years later, I actually get a Buffalo for Christmas from Monica.
Yes.
It was made out of flip-flops.
Flip-flops. You know what? I'm going to take a break and I'm going to show them what I'm talking about because I bought one that's a dachshund. Now you need the dachshund, now that you have dachshunds. I don't know if, did you know I have a dachshund made out of that?
I did not know that you had that.
You have a Buffalo. I'll show you in a second. Rose just said I peed in my pants. This might be my favorite Friendship Friday. Stephanie said she would pick the text messages. Okay. Which one, though? You have to pick one, Stephanie. They're both text messages. Julie said, my husband responded to a family text and thought it was just me. He's no longer in my family text. Exactly. That is, Jim would ask to not be, he hates being put into group text. He's like, leave me out of group text, please. All right. I'm going to take a break because I want you all to see the dachshund I'm talking about. But I think it is super, super cool of what it's made out of and how it's helping to, clean up our world. Let's put it that way. Okay, more with Dot on our Friendship Friday when we return.
I love working here. I come in here and I feel positivity with everybody, down from the housekeepers up to the CEO. Our bosses actually get on the floor with us, help us out. I've been in plenty work nursing homes, and being here, it makes me feel very happy all the time. Being around these residents is amazing things. I might cry. Working with them, it's like my grandma and my grandpa. When I'm at home and I can come here, I feel free. When I'm having bad days, I can just walk in here and boom, I'm back into a happy place. They make everything happy and joyful, and they all respectful. They do put an impact on my life big time. That's it. That's the best memories. Hey, this is my place. This is my home.
I love that so much. I love that final comment. Okay, here it is. Look.
Sweet. Oh my gosh, Monica. What in the world? Look at the size of that.
I know. Well, it looks a little bit bigger, right? Objects in your screen are bigger than they appear. Yeah. Well, your Buffalo is probably what, like this size? Yeah. So big dachshund. Okay, folks, do you know what this is made out of? This is from Ocean Soul, Africa. That's who makes them, by the way. I want to have them on, but we would have to coordinate because they're in Africa. But I was like, every time I see this lady, and it's once a year, they have a booth set up at the Sunset Country Club Christmas boutique that Michelle and I go to. And I bought a Buffalo one year. I bought the dachshund the next year. I saw them last year. I'm like, I don't need any more. I don't think. I don't know. It's like an ongoing thing. Those are flip-flops that they pull from the ocean. It's fascinating to me what they make. And I tell you what, you have to go with us one of these years. There's a ton. So there's a lady that's here in our area that sells those. And so it helps to continue to do what they're doing to clean up our oceans. I think it's the coolest thing.
Well, I'd love to join you. I didn't even know that they had a Sunset.
Yeah. So, Michelle and Mike, they belong to Sunset Country Club. And so they have the boutique there. But yeah, they do these boutique shopping. So I'll have to see if we can come. But yeah, folks, look this up. Ocean Soul, Africa. And I don't know where else they sell them from, but you need a dachshund now.
I need another Dachshund.
Oh, Stephanie said, I remember the buffalo. You remember? Yep. Love this show. I so needed the laughs. Luann, you're welcome. Julie said, I love that. Yeah, look them up. I would love to be able to get them on the show. We'll try to make that happen for sure. All right. So you can keep weighing in if you want to about the Would You Rather. Let us know, Dot, what is on tap for our September show?
So in September, we're going to talk a little bit about Labor Day. And what's interesting is I asked a few people, what does Labor Day mean to you? You get different answers. And I thought this would be something really great to bring to the table and just see what your viewers would say about Labor Day.
What do you say?
Well, we're going to talk about that next month.
Because it is coming up next month. September 4th is when she will be on. What do you think Labor Day is about? Today, we had so much we discussed, including that crazy Winchester Mystery Home. Maybe we go there for a mobile Monica.
Well, in October, we're going to talk a little bit about haunted houses.
Spookiness. I love it. Can we just say that before we wrap? Are you frustrated that you're seeing, or are you one of those people that like to be way ahead of the game when you go shopping right now and you see everything in the stores that's already for Halloween and already for Christmas? Do you like that or don't like that?
But you know what? The reason it's out there is because people are planners, and you've got all these people who are planning either events, et cetera. So like right now, we're planning our fall festival event, even though it's August and it's warm, and this is going to be in October. But when you're out there looking, you're getting ideas. And I actually bought a few things for the kiddos to do their crafts and stuff like that at the fall festival. So, I mean, I think it's just out there for the planners.
It is. I think the problem was I saw stuff for Halloween in the stores already like back in June and July. And I'm like, seriously? It's also my thing. Do you get frustrated when you see stores that have like a mixture of all and we're trying to get through one season or one holiday at a time? I would prefer not to see Christmas until Thanksgiving's over. And I do appreciate, I think it was Nordstrom I used to talk about how Nordstrom said, nope, we won't put anything Christmas related until the holiday of Thanksgiving is over with. But all of you planners, I get it. You want to have it out there. When do you decorate for Christmas, by the way? How early?
After Thanksgiving. It's always after Thanksgiving. The one time I did a little bit before was EJ's wedding, because he got married the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, but I always wait until after Thanksgiving, and then you just kind of get that feel of now it's Christmas, and that's when all the Christmas music starts kicking on, and I like to play Christmas music and have hot cocoa and do all that. And last year it was so hot. I was like, no hot cocoa.
Exactly. It's crazy. We had my mom here, and we sat out on the concrete pad area right next to the pool. This was a few years back, and I'm like, can we just open the pool? It's almost 80 degrees on Christmas. This is nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy. All right, folks, one more time. It is Dot Fleshman, who I would love for you to support. We always ask for you to support those that are part of our show. So if it's not now, just remember to hang on to this information I'm getting ready to give you when it is your time, or maybe it is for a friend or a family or a coworker. We love for you to spread this information so that they can work with Dot directly. She is with Coldwell Banker Gundaker, Dot.Fleshman at cbrealty.com, 314-324-3317. You can also check her out online at dotfleshman.com. Thank you, my friend. I always enjoy, but I think this may have been one of my favorite. I think this is the one show that we've laughed the most.
Right. Well, it was a fun show today. I'm looking forward to September. We'll have some fun stuff to do then as well.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful weekend, and then let me know when you're free so we can get in the hot tub.
I'm in.
Hot Tub Friday. Exactly. I'll call you. I'll text you. I will make sure I text my buffalo.
Good text.
All right. Have a beautiful weekend.
Guys, bye.
All right, folks. So again, we want you to have a pretty one. If you didn't see the forecast at the beginning, it is going to start creeping up warmer and warmer by the time we get to Monday, 93 to 94 degrees, and that heat index will be pretty high as well. By the way, I mentioned Fenton Family Dentistry will be on with us on Monday, and I'm going to go through the experience that I had, which was pretty amazing. They did this whole 3D thing in my mouth because I was like, when I'm sleeping, I'm evidently grinding my teeth. So we talked about some kind of a guard. They also do Invisalign. If that's something where they feel like this is just a Band-Aid, maybe we need to do the Invisalign aspect. We're going to break that all down for you, because if you're going through the same thing, we want to break you of that. Okay, so Fenton Family Dentistry, Abram Whitehead and Dr. Jessica on with us. Let's see, Labor Day reminds me of fall, and honor all our laborers. All right, Stephanie. Rose said, I'm already Christmas shopping, but Monica, I'm with you. Don't rush it. Thank you, Monica and Dot. Have a good weekend. Yes, everyone enjoy the weekend. I hope you have a beautiful one. I do have, let's see if I can grab this without messing up everything. Yes, I do have our devotional as we wrap up. Let's go to August 6th. How crazy. Folks, did you see that? I opened it up and it went straight to August 6th. That's nuts. I did not have that one planned. When things seem to be going all wrong, stop and affirm your trust in me. Calmly bring those matters to me. Leave them in my capable hands. Then simply do the next thing. Stay in touch with me through thankful, trusting prayers, resting in my sovereign control. Rejoice in me and exult in the God of your salvation. As you trust in me, I make your feet like the feet of a deer. I enable you to walk and make progress upon your high places of trouble, suffering, or responsibility. By the way, if you want a little bit more, you want to go in depth into that in Scripture, you can go to Job 13, verse 15, Psalm 18, verse 33, as well for a little bit more in depth. All right, folks, have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy it. And remember the thing we always tell you, dream big, be anything you want to be in life, but the greatest be is kind. Be kind, and God bless.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Kaufman Outdoors and The Porch in Wildwood.